Welcome back, Pacers. I'm Caitlin Richards.
I'm Alex Garrison.
Andre Tidwell.
Marvin Brunson.
Thanks for tuning in. Spring registration is almost here with advising already underway. Here's what you need to do in order to register for the spring semester. First, meet with your advisor. Plan your schedule and check your account. And lastly, know your date. Seniors can register starting on November 5th, juniors on November 6th, sophomores on November 7th, and first years on November 8th. Tuesday, October 16th, there's an orientation leader interest meeting from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in Flow 110. There's a stress management workshop from 5 to 6 p.m. in Center for Student Success, Second Finch. Wednesday, October 17th, there's a women's soccer game versus Everett University at 7 p.m. at Wake Med Soccer Park. Thursday, October 18th, it's Cab Night Out. WPU goes to the North Carolina State Fair with a shuttle departing from V at 5:30 p.m.
Thursday, October 18th is opening night for speech and debate starting at 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. in Leggett Theater, with performances Friday, October 19th at 7:30 to 9:30 and Sunday at 2 to 4 p.m. Saturday, October 20th, there will be a women's soccer game versus Salem College at 1 p.m. at Wake Med Soccer Park. There will also be a women's volleyball game versus Everett University at 2 p.m. in Missenheimer, North Carolina.
All right. So everyone probably has seen or heard about Kanye and Donald Trump meeting at the White House this past week. There are a lot of things said. There are a lot of things people didn't like. A lot of things people might have liked. So I want to get everybody's thoughts about this situation.
Okay. I mean, after seeing the clips, there was obviously a lot of buzz around it. But after watching the full clip, Kanye has some valid points. It's not as crazy as people make it seem, but I mean, like you said, as far as how he's going about it, could be a whole lot better.
Yeah, it's just the way that he brings the information forward isn't the way he's trying to get it across. He seems like he wants to do the right thing in his head, but the way he reciprocates it out to the world, nobody gets or understands what he's saying. So when he talks and he says things and does actions that get antics and act like a troll, it doesn't work to bring the people he wants or the eyes he wants to realize the situation that he's talking about is what he wants to do or change.
I agree. At first, I didn't know really where he was going with the stuff he was talking about. It was kind of like he was just kind of everywhere on his topics. But he had some really good points that he was making.
It's just like everything is so like his content. Got it from Christmas. His content is being blinded by like actions. But is that safe to say?
Yeah, that's a pretty fair assessment. Because he even said we need to care about all people. And unfortunately about the black community saying that we want a brand more than we want land. That doesn't sound like a false statement to me, unfortunately.
It don't. Like I said, you look at this day's generation and you look at what's going on, it's like, I'm not saying everybody, but the majority of this generation is more about name brand stuff. It's not far as about, I guess like the bigger picture. Okay, how's this gonna help me future-wise? It's like, it's basically saying you want this, just say, I got this, or just like to flash it.
So he even said he had a hat that said "Make America Great" that he wanted to put out at the next Super Bowl. Like nobody talked about none of this stuff that I heard in the interview.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this.
Everything that he said that was wrong, not the points that he had that was actually correct to lead people in the right direction to the unity that we all want.
This is why it's important to view stuff with your own eyes and don't go off he say, she say, or don't go off what the media is throwing out there. Watch the source. Watch all of it.
Well, the problem is when you're getting all this information from other media outlets, other sources, you think what they're saying is right all the way. But these people in journalism and media trying to get clicks off of the stuff he's saying because they know he's a high volume, high quality figure.
Exactly.
And he's going to bring in those numbers. So they're using that against them by putting the negativity on it so they can get the clicks they want by not putting all the information that he said when he was talking to Trump in their articles or in their stories.
Going back to some of the topics though, like one point, like far as schooling wise, like he's like, yeah, school is boring. I agree. Like I said, like we I think people have these conversations all the time about far as kids being on medicine, like far as simple things like ADHD, stuff like that. Like at the same time, yeah, there are kids. Kids gonna have a lot of energy. I have a lot of energy. I didn't get diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, but like you said, school is boring. Stuff like this, like cell phone, is gonna be a whole lot more attractive. It's entertaining. So like he was saying, like going back and then interpreting readjusting the curriculum,
making it more art based and creative for the schools in Chicago.
Like I agree with that. Like shoot, like you mentioned art, I'm being to it too. Like I want to go. Like let me go. I want to see this. Like what are they gonna do? It's like it's more interesting. Like it catches my attention. Just about stating that, it catches my attention. As far as like, oh dang, let's go to school. Same as it's been for years. But
yeah, he really wants unity, but it's the way he goes about trying to get his unity. It's just not working.
I think it's safe to say I can agree with his message or what he's trying to say, but the way it's being portrayed and the way he's going about it, like you said, definitely it's like the wrong way.
Yeah. And he also talked about stop and frisk.
And I agree. I'm definitely against the stop and frisk. Like I said, like we try not to judge, but it happens. People do. Look at statistics in the past. Minorities are more prone to stop and frisk than pretty much anybody else. I mean, one, it's like we already have this stigma out there. Stigma plays a huge role in how, like, perception, how we judge. Even though you say I don't judge or you don't want to, like, it's second nature. You do it without even noticing, like, so it's happened. So it's like, look at them statistics, and they're more prone to being stopped, frisked, and then they're more prone to going to jail off something. So it's like I don't agree with it. Like I feel like stop and frisk shouldn't be acceptable.
Now on to something a little lighthearted. So I was reading on What's Trending. There's a rabbit that is born with no ears. And an owner adopted this rabbit, and she's 22 years old, and she knows how to knit. And so she made the rabbit little ears that she knitted for it. And it is the cutest thing ever. So I'm going to post a picture onto the Peace Talks social media. Go check it out because it will make your Monday.
That's all for this week. Keep talking, peace.